the 2025 MotoGP season. A year that was supposed to be a celebration of technological prowess for Ducati has instead become a tale of two radically different realities inside the very same factory garage. On one side, a story of almost supernatural resurrection. Marc Marquez, the 8-time world champion, is not just winning, he is rewriting the sport's history books with a level of dominance that has left even his own engineers in awe. On the other, a story of perplexing collapse. Francesco Bagnaia, the man who led Ducati back to the summit, is mired in a downward spiral. His title defense lies in ruins, his relationship with a ferocious new machine is broken, and his future with the Italian powerhouse is under greater scrutiny than ever before. This is the story of one team, one bike, and two paths that could not be more different. When Marc Marquez made the daring leap from Honda to Gresini Ducati in 2024, the racing world held its breath. We knew he was good, we knew the Ducati was good, but no one could have predicted this. What we are witnessing in 2025 goes far beyond a simple return to form. It is an evolution. Marquez has fused his unparalleled talent with Ducati's engineering excellence to create something entirely new, something complete. The stats are simply staggering. 28 races so far this season. Marquez has won 23 of them. He holds a 175-point lead over his nearest rival, who happens to be his brother, Alex Marquez, on the year-old GP24. He has matched his own legendary 2014 streak of 10 consecutive wins, but this time in a field universally agreed to be the most competitive in history. His Todo al Rojo motto, "Everything on red," has turned the crimson hue of Ducati into the color of inevitability. Ducati's technical mastermind, Gigi Dall'Igna, a man who has seen every great rider of the modern era, is frankly astonished. He put it bluntly, "Marc is having a stellar season. I had never seen anyone do something like that. Marc in 2014 won the first 10 races, and it is clear that he is one who can do this kind of thing." But what separates this Marquez era from his peak at Honda is the machinery. At Honda, his otherworldly brilliance often masked fundamental technical shortcomings. He wrestled victories from an inferior bike. At Ducati, the GP25 is not a flawless machine, as Bagnaia's struggles prove. But for Marc, it is the perfect platform to apply his relentless analytical style. The key to understanding this new Marquez might lie with his new crew chief for 2025, Marco Rigomonti. In an interview, Rigomonti summed up his initial emotion at being chosen to work with Marc in one word: happy. Especially because I realized that Ducati valued me. That value is being reinforced every single race weekend. When asked for one word to describe his rider, Rigomonti didn't hesitate: complete. He elaborated, "Surely the Marquez of today is not the one of previous years. He understands everything that happens to the motorcycle. He is not a rider that goes fast without knowing why. He knows why he's going fast and understands what he can do that will help make it feel better. And besides, he always gives 100%. This is the essence of the rebirth. No longer relying purely on supernatural instinct, Marc Marquez now wins with calculation, technical clarity, and a complete synergy with his team. And then, there is the other side of the garage. The irony is brutal. The rider who helped restore Ducati to its place at the top of the MotoGP world, Francesco Pecco Bagnaia, has become the primary victim of its latest technical evolution. The GP25, hailed as a definitive step forward during winter testing, quickly revealed itself to be a capricious and unforgiving beast, but only for one of its factory riders. For Pecco, the bike is unpredictable. He is, by his own admission after the summer break, out of ideas. The numbers tell a painful story. Just a single win in 2025. No podiums in the last 3 rounds. He sits a distant third in the championship, a staggering 227 points behind his teammate, Marc Marquez. His plight is magnified by the constant, glaring comparison to Alex Marquez, who is consistently outperforming him on the supposedly older and slower GP24. This contrast has ignited a firestorm of debate across the paddock. Did Ducati make a wrong turn with the GP25? Journalist Simon Patterson summarized the consensus. If everyone was riding a GP24 right now, Marc Marquez would probably have as big, if not bigger, a points advantage, but Pecco would be a comfortable second. Instead, Pecco is fighting for his professional life. The threat is not just sporting, it's financial. Ducati's contract structures are performance-based. Falling from the top 3 in the championship triggers a significant pay cut. For a 2-time world champion, the financial blow is one thing, but the humiliation would be immense. With one rider flying and the other in freefall, the natural, cynical question emerges from the paddock whispers. Is this a fair fight? Is Marc Marquez's side of the garage withholding crucial data? Is Ducati strategically prioritizing its new superstar at the expense of its former champion? This is the narrative of imbalance, fed by visible struggle and unstoppable form. In the high-stakes world of MotoGP, perception often matters as much as reality. But Marco Rigomonti dismisses this notion outright. The culture at Ducati, he insists, is one of absolute collaboration. We as a team always work together, and we help each other. If there were secrets between Ducati bikes and riders, the Ducati would have a lower level. You have to remember, when the Ducati were far from the top positions, that's why it's important that we're at the top now. It's important that all the people in the team, including Pecco's technicians, have a good relationship and help each other as much as possible. For Rigomonti, Ducati's strength is its data-sharing culture. Marquez may be complete, but the garage environment, collective, transparent, and team-oriented, is what creates a championship-winning bike. This denial, however, doesn't instantly erase the perception problem. The optics remain challenging. Overshadowed by Marc's runaway dominance, the battle for second in the championship remains a fascinating subplot, one that will define reputations and contracts for 2026. Alex Marquez, consistent but not flawless, still holds a 52-point buffer over Pecco. Marco Bezzecchi, on Aprilia's resurgent RSGP, is a man on a charge, taking 67 points from the last 3 races. And let's not forget the phenomenal rookie, Pedro Acosta, who continues his rapid rise with KTM. This battle is crucial. For Ducati, a Marquez 1-2 finish, Marc and Alex, would be a marketing dream, but also a political headache. What would it say about their 2-time champion if he is beaten by his teammate's younger brother on last year's bike? Amid all the statistics, technical debates, and contract talk, it's easy to forget the human element. Rigomonti highlighted what has perhaps been the most surprising trait of the new Marc Marquez, his character. The person, the rider, and the track record are known, but the human point of view is exceptional. He smiles, jokes with us, greets everyone, thanks everyone, apologizes. With one of his levels, you could expect one who arrives wearing his 8 championships on his forehead, and it's quite the opposite. This attitude fosters calm and unity, a stark contrast to the tension that undoubtedly brews across the garage. It inspires loyalty and a serene working environment, which in turn translates into performance. As the 2025 season heads into its final 8 rounds, the overarching script seems written in stone. Marc Marquez will clinch his 9th MotoGP World Championship, a title that will cement his legacy as perhaps the greatest of all time. It could happen as early as Misano or Motegi. For Francesco Bagnaia, the mission is now one of damage limitation. He will fight desperately to cling on to 3rd place in the championship, knowing a pay cut and significant reputational damage loom large. He is fighting for his present and his future. Alex Marquez, Marco Bezzecchi, and Pedro Acosta will scrap for the runner-up spot, each wanting to position themselves as the primary challenger to Marc's throne in 2026. The strategic question now rests with Ducati course. How does a team reconcile a superstar who is rewriting history with a double champion who suddenly looks lost? The balance of power inside the factory garage has shifted, seemingly irrevocably. The whispers of secrets, denied but persistent, will linger in the paddock until Pecco Bagnaia finds answers. Until he can either tame the GP25 or Ducati provides him with a machine he can trust. The 2025 season will be remembered as the year of Marc Marquez's incredible Ducati debut. But it may also be remembered as the year a reigning double champion was unraveled by the very machine built to carry him to a 3rd crown. It is the ultimate paradox of modern motorsport. A tale of 2 realities, one bathed in the red light of victory, the other shrouded in the red mist of frustration, both under the same roof. What are your thoughts on Ducati's dramatic 2025 season? Do you believe the problems lie with the GP25 bike or with Pecco Bagnaia? Could we see a different manufacturer challenge this new era of Marc Marquez in 2026? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the heart of the Ducati garage, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more upcoming MotoGP analysis. Thanks for watching.